I almost forgot that I said I was gonna do a little live stream. Pretty sure I said it was today. I had other stuff on my plate, literally, because I was eating, and I almost forgot. But here I am, and there you are. Perhaps now, perhaps later. Perhaps you're looking back on this video with fondness many years from now, thinking about, man, that A plus I got on that test, all because of that one example in that one video. I should find that video. And now here you are, in the year 2035. I've long since become a world famous biology teacher for my uh, YouTube channel somehow. Don't ask me how that would work. I have no idea. YouTube probably won't even be around at that point. Probably gone. Probably sold to the highest bidder. Anyway, enough of my ramblings. Let's get to some review. So, we have a very similar beginning to both of these. Right? And I know in class we had gone over, well, at least for the academic classes, we had gone over most of this stuff right here. And let me get my comment section on the side. Hey, notice this. Keep up the good work, man. You're doing a good job. Keep it up. Yeah, really like what you're doing there. Keep up the good work, brother. Congratulations. Way to go. Keep calm and keep up the good work. Man, that's some positive feedback right there. Oh, wait a minute. Positive feedback. And what is this positive feedback going to cause us to do? Well, keep going, of course. And whatever it is we just did, I really like what you're doing. Keep it up. So, whatever it is we just did, we want to keep doing it. So, that's something that sometimes people have trouble with is positive versus negative feedback. This is a pretty good example right here of positive feedback. And that's how it works. That's how it works in your body. Positive feedback is simply the end result compels you to keep doing whatever it is you're doing. If you know, the example I used is childbirth, going into labor, and the contraction promotes the body to have another contraction, and so you keep having contractions, because each contraction stimulates the next one until finally the baby is born. Let me get my comment section up so that I could see. Okay, there we go. I'll leave this right here. That's fine. So negative feedback is something that, hey, let's say you just did something wrong and you get a slap on the wrist and a firm no. That's negative feedback you just got. That feedback is going to cause you to stop doing whatever it is you just did, or at least it promotes the idea that you should stop doing whatever it is you just did, right? So that's positive and negative feedback right there. And a lot of time, like, why does your body even need to do that? Well, for positive feedback, if you had a single contraction during labor, that kid ain't coming out. Unless you C-section, cesarean section, you cut it out. But that wouldn't have worked back in the olden days. So nature has devised a way to push and push and push and push. That's what they say, don't they? They go push, push, right? So positive feedback gets something to go to completion without the end result triggering another series of reactions. It wouldn't finish. Negative feedback. Let's say you need to keep things in balance, right? But your body needs to make something. Well, if your body just keeps making it and making it and making it, okay, stop. I don't need it anymore. I've got more than enough. But now we're going to keep making it and making it and making it. It's like, no, no, I already had enough. Oh my God, I'm bloated. There's so much of I don't even know what. So that would be a problem. So that's why you have both of those feedback mechanisms. Negative to prevent, overstuffing or, having too much of something. You shut things down. And positive feedback is if you need more of it in order to finish whatever, if it's childbirth, in order to finish that, then you have to keep going and get more and more and more. So they both have their place. They both have their purpose. So anyway, that's the feedback question. What are the feedback mechanisms? How do they work? How do they help maintain homeostasis, right? So if you didn't have negative feedback, you would make too much of a product and you would never stop making it. So if your product was, let's say, skin cells, and you didn't have a negative feedback system to stop your skin cells from being made. Imagine just being a giant ball of skin cells. You never stop making skin cells, so you just overrun with skin cells. It's a gross image, right? So you need that balance. What if the product was stomach acid? Well, your stomach is only so big, and you keep making stomach acid, and now you're running out of room, and it's spilling into your esophagus, and oh my God, burning. Just thinking about it. It's horrible. I don't want to have stomach acid in my esophagus. That would stink. Matt with the first comment. Let's see. What else? What else do we got? An example of the body system maintaining homeostasis. So, I mean, this is particular to you. You might have a particular example that you have come to identify with. Maybe something you did in a lab. For instance, the heart rate lab. Your heart should not be beating out of your chest like crazy. That'd be a problem. So there has to be something that controls your heart rate, that stops it from beating out of control. Like right now, you're sitting in your seat and your heart rate is not going crazy. Right now, your heartbeat's probably at a pretty calm, balanced level. You don't want it to be too slow either. If your heartbeat is slowing down, you'd all of a sudden you'd be passing out and be having a heart attack or whatever. It would not be good. So that's a pretty good example of homeostasis, is the maintaining of your heartbeat at a certain beats per minute. And if you start to run and exercise, then that's going to cause your heart rate to go up, right? So these are all good examples of that. That's a good example of homeostasis. But I mean, you might have another one that you like that is totally fine. Independent variable, dependent variable, control from the reflex lab or from the pupil impulse lab, right? So pupil impulse lab, I just mentioned heart rate, for instance. In the lab, the idea was if you exercise more, your heart rate will increase more. So the thing you control, or the thing you manipulate and change to cause a change in something else, the exercise. The amount of exercise is something that you would manipulate in order to cause a change in heart rate, right? So independent variable would be your exercise amount or how intense your exercise is, and dependent variable, your heart rate. Okay. Control group, it's kind of dependent upon what you were doing. Perhaps your resting heart rate would have been a good control. Hey, no exercise, right? And so our heart rate's not as big or whatnot, So that might have been a control that you had. If you're looking at the reflex lab, it might be something else. So it just depends on you. Be able to identify and explain an example of homeostasis. Okay, so we did that. Okay. In your heart rate lab, what caused your heart rate to increase? We were just talking about that. So hopefully you remember. You can pause if you don't, or go back if you don't. But I can tell you right now, the thing that causes your heart rate to increase, especially in that lab, was exercise. Push-ups, sit-ups, sprints, push-ups, More push-ups. Even more push-ups. I did a lot of push-ups. What's the difference between somatic and autonomic? Okay. If we're talking about nervous system, somatic nervous system, we're talking about something you control. Right now, my somatic nervous system is controlling my speech. Um, I don't spit out long sentences about biology and homeostasis uh, without thinking about it. That's something that I have to think about, and it filters out of my word hole. Autonomic, something that happens automatically, something usually internal that you don't necessarily have to think about controlling. Heartbeat is a pretty good example of that. Um, let's see. So that's your difference between those two. Energy diagram. These are energy diagrams right down here. Okay. Reactants on the left, products on the right, the activation energy in the middle. Draw energy where the products have more energy than the reactants. So which one's higher? Well, right now reactants is higher than products. Would that work? We want the products to have more energy than the reactants, so no, this would not work. Would this work? No. Again, the reactants are higher, so that means they have more energy. That's not what we want right now. What about this one? No again. What about this one? Yes. Ding, 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 ding. This works. The products, more energy, it's higher than the reactants. Okay. So hopefully, you should be able to do these now after that, right? Which of the following shows the correct reaction pathway of photosynthesis? You gotta think. Sugar. Does sugar have a lot of energy in it? I would say yes. Is sugar the product of photosynthesis or the reactant? Sugar, glucose, is made in photosynthesis, so it's the product. So that means that our product, sugar, should be higher. So this guy is our winner yet again. This one, which of the four biomolecules is an enzyme? I don't know. We have carbs, proteins, lipids, nucleic acids. I think we talked about this in class. I think everybody should have this answer down. But I'll give you one of them. Okay? One type of, enzymes. Excuse me. Enzymes are a type of protein. Enzymes are proteins. You could figure out what the rest are pretty easily. The monomer monosaccharide makes up which larger molecule? What about the monomer amino acid? What about nucleotide? Nucleotide. Well, I'll give you B. Amino acid goes with protein. Still protein. Giving you protein answers right now. So one of the molecules is called nucleic acid. But guess what? Nucleic acid does not go with amino acid. Ferocious Muffins is here. Talking about his god-awful throw. That was a chump throw right there. And it delayed my ability to leave the room so that everybody could get their cell phones back during the wonderful, wonderful 3.5 hour event that took place earlier today on this lovely April the 26th, 2017. And I'll say no more about this. Say no more. 9A. If you wanted to build a molecule that speeds up a chemical reaction, well, first of all, what molecule speeds up a chemical reaction? A catalyst. And what kind of catalyst has a monomer? Well, I'll tell you now. That would be enzymes. Okay? So you have to look. We said it before. Enzymes are proteins. What's the monomer of a protein? We said it before. The monomer of a protein is amino acid. So put that all together. If you wanted to build an enzyme, if you wanted to build a protein, what would you need? You would need amino acids. Okay? So that's how you do that one. Imagine you are a plant performing photosynthesis. What monomer would you need to put together to make one of your products? Photosynthesis makes sugar. Sugar, you have to say to yourself, what kind of molecule is sugar? If it's a protein, then the monomer would be amino acid, but it's not protein. So you figure out what molecule is sugar. Is it a carb, a lipid, a protein, a nucleic acid? Once you know that, then just say, hey, what monomer would it be then? For instance, if it was a nucleic acid, the monomer, what would that be? If it was a carbohydrate, the monomer, what would that be? Right? Oh, this one's easy. Mitosis. If you start with one cell, you end up with two cells. If you start with 23 pairs of chromosomes, each cell is going to have 23 pairs of chromosomes, which means you have a total of 46 pairs of chromosomes after mitosis occurs with one cell. Okay? So you're always doubling up the number of chromosomes, and you're always doubling up the number of cells with mitosis. We did this with socks. You had to line them up, double them, realign them, split them. Right? 12. Stem cells can become anything. Fully developed cells, they're already developed. They can't. So a stem cell could become a nerve cell. A stem cell could become a cell that specializes in insulin production, or glucagon to help diabetics. Draw an enzyme. I like to draw Pac-Man. Pac-Man, his little mouth acts as the active site, and his triangle mouth would match with a triangle-shaped reactant that would fit in there. If it was based on the enzyme lab, the enzyme Pac-Man would be catalase. The reactant would be hydrogen peroxide, because that's what goes with catalase. And it would be broken into two pieces, I should say. One would be water, one would be oxygen. One thing you should notice as you go from optimal temperature, best temperature, and you make it too hot, it very quickly denatures and loses all usefulness. If you go from optimal temperature and make it colder, it takes a while for it to lose its functionality. It's very slow loss compared to whoop. So that's an important distinction. But overall, just, the overall idea is that you have a temperature where an enzyme works at its best. Go too hot, it gets denatured and stops working. Too cold, it gets denatured and loses its ability to work. Or it moves too slow and it can't bind to molecules because it's too slow. Okay? So that's pretty much it for the academic review sheet. And for the honors, basically a lot of the same stuff, maybe a little bit more in depth in certain places. What are monomers in general? Building blocks that you put together in order to make molecules. Right? You cannot build molecules without these building blocks. You wouldn't be able to put them together. They also help determine the shape, and structure helps determine function. Two types of specific, proteins found in the body and their job. Write down at least two other jobs of proteins in general. Enzymes are a huge one that we talked about, right? Um, Enzymes speed up chemical reactions. Antibodies. Antibodies help fight disease. They help recognize foreign invaders in your body so that you could destroy them. You have cytoskeleton inside your cells. That's made of protein. It supports your cell, and it provides kind of almost like roads, so you can transport things. You have actin and myosin, which are in your muscles, so it helps your movement. So there's lots of different proteins, lots of different jobs. We talked about enzymes already. What is a catalyst? What is an enzyme? Well, an enzyme is a protein catalyst, usually in the body. Catalyst is anything that speeds up a reaction. It doesn't have to be a protein. It doesn't have to be in your body. That's the difference. They both have the same job, but this one is a more specific type. Okay. Shape allows an enzyme to bind to a specific molecule. So shape determines the one molecule that it can interact with. Shape determines the one reaction that it could speed up. Okay. This we've talked a lot about. You should be pretty good with that. I showed you this on the other review sheet just now. Okay, we did this in class also. And I talked about it on the review sheet too just now, the other review sheet. So just be able to analyze the graph. So some of these questions, I mean, this is pretty easy. You can look right at this graph. You can figure out. Heated too far. Okay, so that's what I was talking about before. You heat it too far, it's going to denature very quickly. Which means that the shape will break down. So since the only way an enzyme does its job is by its shape, it has to bind to something based on shape. So if you screw up that shape, it's not going to be able to bind. It won't have the correct shape anymore. Your friend, okay. Enzyme will always denature. So we're going to change the temperature a little bit. We're going to change it by 5 degrees. Did our enzyme denature? No. It's clearly still got tons of efficacy. It's still working highly efficiently. So it's not true. Now, if you were to heat it up, change the temperature a little bit in the other direction, now, yeah, okay, it did denature. So very important distinction, again, between making an enzyme colder versus heating it up. There's a very low tolerance after optimal temperature. There's a very low tolerance to be heated up. If your enzyme is all the way over here in terms of its effectiveness, then it could afford to be heated up quite a bit. So, it depends what temperature you're at. It depends on the specific enzyme. You'll notice here this enzyme stops working at 50 degrees. It doesn't work at 80. It doesn't work at 90. So these enzymes have two completely different temperatures they work best at. And you could bet that this enzyme probably has a different shape, and it probably works on a very different reaction. Okay. All right. Okay. We already talked about these. Talked about that. Okay. So that's something that you'll have to research. You'll have to come up with a specific example on your own. We had a giant ALS assignment with Eric the soccer dad. So hint, hint. But you got to come up with an example of some kind. All right. So I hope that this little breakdown helped. if you weren't sure about any questions, I'm going to go walk Benny the Bio Dog. But not before I play a game. An extremely difficult game that I don't know if you've ever heard of before, but I can proudly say that I have beaten this game. It was many years ago on a completely different computer, and I haven't played it since because the horror of what I experienced on that day stuck with me. It was, I want to be a guy. Kind of a loving send-off to the 8-bit era, where games could sometimes be insanely hard to the point of complete unfairness, but at the same time there was also a ton of skill that you had to have. But, excuse me. So this game is all about that. So the Z button shoots your little pistol. Shift jumps, and you can double jump. I forget what this does. Oh yeah, you shoot these and they save your progress. The problem with this game is it catches you off guard with stuff that you're not prepared for. Uh-oh. Like that. So, if you've never played the game before, or if it's been ages, then, you know, that. What's kind of stupid is you could walk right into it, and you'll explode and shower blood. It's like why would that happen? But it does, it happens. Alright. So now what awaits me on the next level? Uh-oh. Oh, it was the same exact thing. I should have known. See, what happens though is that this game will show you one thing, and then you think it's going to do the same exact thing, and it zigs when it should have zagged. It's like, I'll show you. Alright, so I'll hide over here. Yeah, sure. Uh-oh. I'm going to be too slow. Oh god! Ah! Playing around. I accidentally triggered sticky keys before by hitting shift too many times. Yep, that's what I thought. So the first 2 times you go down it shows you one thing, and then the last time you go down it changes its tune. It says nope to all that noise. Oh, I just ran right into it. I can't believe I just did that. Wow, I just wasn't even looking at the screen. I was just literally holding the walk button. Okay, so now how do I do this? Crud, I just sticky keyed myself again. Okay. Uh-oh. There's no forgiveness. You screw up, you go back. So it gives you this feeling like I've already done this part now multiple times and you're stuck, you're waiting to get through the next part. So when you finally do go through the next part, you've got this feeling of accomplishment. Like, it's like a puzzle. So it's like, man, I gotta get back to that part so I could try to figure out how to do it. Darn. I don't remember how to do that part. So, let's try something else. Ah! Oh man. Ugh. Darn. Alright, come on, come on. Oh, that one almost got me. Oh my god. And now they're gonna go up. Woo! No! What a fool! Oh man. The days of beating this seem so long ago. Alright, come on. No dying here. Come on, Apple! I can use the clouds. One of them moves. If I can get up there. Ah! No! Not the apples! Come on, you want to be the guy, don't you? Well, if you want to be the guy, you can't be dying. There's no apples. Well, you are not the guy. You died to an apple. Woo! There we go. I don't like leaving apples triggered. Hashtag apple triggered. Oh, you gotta let the cloud go a little bit higher before jumping. I'm getting beat up. I think I gave no darns at that point. Ah! How could I do that? I wanna get to that save point. Here we go. This time I gotta let the cloud go a little bit higher, but not too high, because if it goes too high, I'll be dead! Ah! No! Come on, Apple. Ooh, I almost went too far. crud. I wish I could shoot the apple, but I can't. Oh my god, the stupid sticky keys thing. Ugh. I had it that time too, I know I did. I'm telling you. I didn't have it that time though. Darn it. Not wasting any time now. Hey, it didn't double jump. What the heck? Maybe I didn't hit the ground enough. I haven't even gotten to use my blaster yet. Come on, double jump the right way, you jerk. You didn't double jump! Again! That time I clearly hit the cloud. Maybe you're not allowed to double jump on your way down to that one cloud. I thought I double jumped over that. Strange. Alright. Darn it. Darn it. Uh-oh, I'm in the uncanny valley of skill, where you go from doing better till all of a sudden you die so many times that you lose focus. And all of a sudden, all that skill you acquired starts to dissipate. The uncanny valley of skill. There we go. Come on, apple! There we go. Alright, uncanny valley of skill. Oh crud. Alright, so I need to double jump. I don't know why it didn't work the last couple times there, but I'll try it again. See, now I'm moving through that apple part nice and fast. He's not double jumping, and it's getting on my nerves. And now the game broke. Because it couldn't handle how bad I was at it. So, what's going on now with this cloud over here that I can't seem to double jump for whatever reason? I gotta land on it correctly. First couple times I had no problem, so it tells me that I'm making an error in skill. Somehow, I don't know how, but because I am the master of all things that involve crashing into apples, apparently. Darn it. Darn it. Come on. Oh my god! Uncanny Valley. Okay. Okay. Gotta stop for a second after I land. Darn it. Scheme is kicking my butt. Really bad. I'm embarrassed. Now I'm trying to rush through it and I'm dying. Sticky keys, stop! Why does it keep happening? I wonder if I could shoot out the apples. I don't think it works that way, but I'm gonna try it. Nope. I thought I could get away. No, the apples come back. I thought so. No, I died by the apples. I came back. I thought so. There we go. There we go. No! No! I knew it too! In my brain I was thinking, move, 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 you're gonna die. And I was like, why? And then that thing came down and I knew why. I did it though. But that's why I had no celebration when I landed there first, because I was like, oh, something's coming. I don't remember what it is. Darn it. I almost went from no times ever to twice in a row. I like how right here though, this early stage prepares you for the fact that, dang, that you are in for a tough, fast twitch reflex, unfair at times, but still challenging game. And the game kind of, with some of the unfair things it does, it's like, yeah, it kills you, but what it's doing is basically saying, hey, did you actually master the technique, or did you just get lucky once? Why don't you go back and try it one more time and see what happens? So it's like, yeah, it's unfair, but you could actually kind of see a reason in the game design for that unfairness, if you look at it that way. Make sure that you actually had the skill to get through. It wasn't just luck. And right now, based on the fact that I just died like 3 times, 4 times at that part, you could see that I did not fully master that skill. So later in the game, if I get to other parts that require me to utilize that skill, I'm going to be in trouble because I haven't fully mastered it yet. There we go. Boom! Cue me up for that next level! Now, I don't remember. Alright, that ain't gonna help me. Uh-oh. I gotta remember, I think you just have to jump as far as you can. Okay, so that's one of them. Oh, there was the other one. I just bumped it. Oops. Oh, I missed the jump button. Alrighty. Oops. No. so it's not just that. Gotta do something different than just a leap of faith. What could it be? Nope, that ain't it. Darn it. I used to have this memorized too. I would have like been through this in a second. Now I don't remember what the heck I'm supposed to do. What am I supposed to do? No. No! That's the easy part. Alright. Darn it. I don't remember what to do. Let's try something different. That did not work. I think I'm stumped. I don't remember what the heck I'm supposed to do. Alright, let me try something else. Not that. Not that either. Not that either. Oh man, can I not get back now? There we go. Take me away from this dreaded place. No. Oh crud. Alright, there we go. Oh man. Good luck with that, is what I say. Let me roll the dude. When you're moving back and forth, I mean, you have to be pinpoint, like, to the frame. Come on. Darn! No! I had it. My eyes were like whizzing back and forth. I kept expecting to get skewered. My wandering eyes had ended up getting skewered. Oops. Go up, darn it. I wish it would go faster. Too slow. Oh, I thought I didn't have to move on that last one. I got lazy. I got lazy, and I paid for it. No! I made it! Get out of here! You're lying. You're a liar! Okay. Tap, 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 tap. That's what when I win, that's what I'm doing. I'm tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. No! I had it! And then I didn't. I had it, and then I didn't. I'm going crazy. I'm a maniac, maniac. No! I'm a maniac, maniac. Uh-oh, come back. Tap, 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 tap. Lightning. Aha. Forget you, lightning. I have bested you in combat. If I go left, that'll take me somewhere, but I don't want to go left at the moment. No! I missed. That's the easy part compared to all this malarkey. Tap, 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 tap. Lightning. Darn, I gotta wait. You know what? I'm not even gonna try it. I ain't even gonna. I ain't gonna. Ah! Oh my god! I shoulda. I wasn't gonna, and I shoulda. Tap, 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 tap. Oh my god, I almost fell. Oh, it doesn't let me. Okay, then I guess I'll go this way. Yep, I'll go this way. Well, I'll try to go this way. I'll probably die. That's probably what I'll do. Oh, come on, I got that. Come on, you're making that up. I totally got that. Ugh. Oops. Oops. Come on, lift. Come on, lift. Come on, Uber. Tap, 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 tap. No! Come on, I want to get across this thing. Tap, 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 tap. No! Ugh! I really want to get across this thing. I can't believe how many times I died here so far. 1, 2, tap, 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 tap. No! You'll always be a star in my eyes. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, bring you death from afar. No matter what you do, because you play like poop. Gotta stand at the furthest edge. Instead, I stood on the edge that was closest, which is the exact little opposite of what I just said. No. I like how I went from never being able to do that to I just did it while singing a spoof song. My skill is increasing. Watch me die on one shot now. Tap, 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 tap. Lightning, missed. Platform, I gotta wait. Die! Stupid star, I hate you. Yes! Yes! Forget you! Oh, come on, let me hit that. Yes! Save! Terrified of the stars! Ooh, look at that. So that thing's gonna come after me, huh? Okay, okay, I see. Let's see what we do. Yeah, boy! No! No! Uh-oh. I didn't trigger it. I thought I didn't. Okay, I didn't. The game was like playing games here. The game was playing games. Ah! I want to get that platform without having to wait, but I guess I have to wait. Oh, crud. There we go. Boom! Mike Tyson! Oh, snap. This dude, the mere act of walking realigns the stars themselves. That's how sick this guy is. I don't remember his pattern. I am gonna get messed up. Oh god, just run. Oh my god. Yeah, pump. I feel like standing here is a terrible decision. Ah! It's funny how when you're distracted, little things, you make little mistakes. Like you're trying to run for your life from a giant 120-foot tall Mike Tyson, and you don't jump over a small hole in the ground that you normally would have no problem jumping over. It's funny how things like that happen in the world of I Want to Be the Guy. God, does this have to take so long with this stupid animation? Alright, come on. Also remind me to shut off, or to change the controller arrangement so I'm not stuck with the stupid sticky keys the way they are with the shift button. There's some sticky key problems. Oh! Yeah! I'll eat his children. Oh, Michael Tyson. He's so crazy. Alright, it's gonna be tough. He's gonna like uber punch now. No, I mistimed it. I think I'm good for now. Alright, you guys, peace out.